Okay, what's going on, Grand Rising? Today is June the 10th, 2024, Monday, June the 10th, 2024. And what we're going to be looking at today is going to be dollar index and the futures markets. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into pretty quick just top-down analysis here. We got about 8 minutes before the open. So coming off of last week, just to kind of refresh, we got that bullish close, right? We had the close here, nice weekly close. And then we had like pushing away from that 104, 104.50 level, showing quite a bit of strength. And then we also had that previous day high attacked, right? So just since the markets opened, it went ahead and reached up since overnight last night and reached up and took that daily high, kind of showing more signs of strength. So for me personally, until we see something differently on weekly, daily, I'm pretty strong on dollar. And when it comes to, what I can anticipate today after this, huge extension up, is that price is a little bit overextended and possibly overbought. So you could see some price possibly retrace back down into the 105s or market open, or possibly even, monthly open. But I would think that if it is going to be bullish, it wouldn't be too much past 105 to continue up to start attacking this wick here, 105.71, and then 105 like 87s area. So just basically those two wicks and then touching 106. So we do keep seeing that. Then what we're going to look for is more downside on our futures market, right? So that's what I'm anticipating. But to start the week, we may get a little bit because we have interest rates this week on Wednesday. We might have some manipulation, but as a long-term and overall bias, what I'm wanting to see potentially is that dollar continues up to 105.50s, 106, and starts attacking those two wicks there, which would end up, pushing our if that was to go higher, would end up pushing these dailies on NQ, ES, and potentially YM more to the downside. So if we can get a daily close today back into, I would say 18,900 or lower, and with that bullish dollar, that's a really, really good bias. And then when you look at like your H4 for your direction, I could definitely see, we broke lower. We haven't shown any signs of strength already with the new day, with this new week. So all three looking pretty bearish when it comes to your 4 hour and then your intraday 1 hour. The only thing I would say here is how they're kind of playing that they might, like on a 15, I'll show here in a second, but on a 15-minute time frame, they're kind of showing like on NQ, like they could hold this level for a New York push, come up above, 19,060, 19,080s, come into this last up candle, and then eventually sell off and this be like that set high potentially, or they could go higher. We really don't know, but we just got to be ready to play with what we see. But the overall bias, like I said, I would like to see more downside prices into the 18.9s, 18.8s, possibly 18.720s over time this week if we continue to get that bullish dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and move everything over to the snipe window to get ready. We are taking a look at NVIDIA today as well. But when you look at these, like I said, just from a directional play, me personally, unless we see some kind of candle closures on, like a 1 hour, 30-minute, 15.5, anything like that that shows signs of strength, then I would want to continue to play down to this 18.8 area. So I actually am going to actually still mark the 18.8 area as a potential target area if we do get that bullish dollar, as I think is a really good push type area. So like I said, we'll flip over to the snipe window. Make sure you went through your trader's constitution and just set up your mental framework to have success today. We don't want to take more than 1 to 2, really 3 shots max in a session. So, make sure they're setups. So one thing I can say already about the current price before we get started with 4 minutes out is how this 5 minute, I just want to show this because I focus on 5, 15, and 5. Well, this 5 minute low and excuse me, this 15-minute low right here to this, this high and how price is playing inside the special candle that we like to see. There's really nothing over here that's giving me any kind of like, okay, I'm just going to jump into this unless I was playing pretty much the 5 minute projection. So when price rejected 19, fell down that and from 815 to 820, right at 820, price was at like 18,891. You could have put your stop 74 counting up to 84, right? Would have been 10 points. So that's not a bad trade right there. And then you getting across this high already, like if it does this before New York, then that would be good to see it continue. So not going to force my way into it. That is a really nice trade, but we got about 4 minutes left and just kind of wanted to give you guys some framework of scoops are what we're kind of looking for there. But I do kind of like how the 5 minutes starting to build up. So I may end up attempting the trade to attack this price here, which is going to be 19,073s. So I want to go ahead and mark that on my other one so I can make sure I know where that 50 level is here. Got about 3 minutes, right? 19,060, so 19,050 here. So we do want to know where that price is because I do believe if we can just kind of inch above that price right into this wick here, 19,080s, that we'll have a good chance to see a buy position possibly too. So buy potentially to sell, right, for today. But that's what I would think. But I'm going to play whatever they give me an opportunity to take a setup on. So that being said, like I said, let's wait till New York opens, see what kind of manipulation they have, and see if we can find our edge. But trade safe and let's get it. Okay, let's get ready to snipe. Yes, YM showing a lot of strength already off the London tap, so we'll see how this kind of plays out here at New York. New York Open here. So watching Nvidia, it is kind of showing some weakness right now currently. But we'll see here. So I do want to watch this area that I have marked. I want to know 18,978. 78, 75. Just kind of framing up a potential area here. If I start seeing some more signals, 1891, we'll put the final TP. We're going to do 2 contracts, so. So really no kind of sign of strength right now for me personally. So if it just goes lower than that 18,978 really quickly, then I'll just wait for that previous day low sweep, which that's what's happening. So I'll potentially just wait, kind of see this first 5 minute close. But the other two aren't showing any signs of strength. And then looking at Nvidia, it's bearish from the open. So they might just be kind of funneling the orders here, but as they pushed down like this, I should have been looking a little bit lower here at 74. So I am going to still kind of frame that up. Stop loss would be this low here, 77. So 74, let's just use 74, 74.25, 74.25. So I'll be able to manage the trade, and then 19.1 is our TP. Okay. So I like how that looks now. So let's see here. Let's go in here. I don't want them to go too high there. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a sell stop right here, just in case, sell stop, and break this order into two. Okay. And we'll put this here, modify order, into another one here. Okay, so now we have the area that we want. Now we didn't get below New York Open. It's kind of, that first start of the week, but we did get the area that I kind of wanted, a little bit too high, but I do like how the price is already kind of pushing. So if price can push in favor of this area, what I'm looking to do is exit some of that at 15.5 or daily highs. But I do have a pretty good opportunity to see price get to here, potentially. So we'll see. But that's kind of how we're set up right now. And that first minute was what? Definitely should have been decision. Okay, sorry, I'm still watching price here. We're looking pretty good. We got two contracts on the board. Now taking a look at NVIDIA, kind of showing similar 15.5 price. So I like how the management is right now with how I got in. And like I said, if we can extend up to here, I think we have a really good chance to get into this area here. Now YM is super, super bearish. And ES is kind of like playing that 15.5 absorption in a sense. So what I'm going to do, because the entry is so high, is I'm going to continue to watch this 5-minute open, the 5-minute close here in 20 seconds. And as long as we're closing about, I'd say 50% of between market and London, I think we still have a really good chance on 15 to go to those areas. So we're going to be patient here today. Taking a look at dollar index as well. Pretty bullish on dollar index. So that's why I was kind of anticipating the move that we're getting, to push up and then to eventually sell off. NVIDIA starting to show some bullishness at New York Open as well. And like I said, ES is still yet to break that 15.5 structure. So we'll see what happens here. 5-minute close was nice. You could anticipate a 5-minute pullback here. So to make this a little bit better, probably going to go ahead and put this in profit. Let's see here. But I kind of just like what I have on the board, 892s. So for my entry, so we'll move it to New York Open, basically. It's about 10 points higher. So that way, if it comes back below New York, then obviously it's going to go lower. But if we're not, we're going to get these pushes past. So watching that price, not really focused too much on this 1 minute, and my eyes are going on the opens of the candles. All right, so I really just want to focus on that open of that candle and where it's going to go. And then this 15-minute close will be key. All right. So don't like the location of the trade, but I do like the management and the execution, just of not hesitating. So ES not showing that strength still, kind of showing more weakness. So probably going to go ahead and move this actually up into profit. Right, just to protect half the position. No reason not to. With the other two not showing the same signs. So if they were to dip right below New York Open, that's fine. Because like I said, I'd rather have I want the entry more than anything. I want the better entry. So if the entry's not as great, then it's fine. And then what I need to do with the remainder of this, I need to move this to the lows. So, we just anticipate that we're going to get more 5-minute pushes up. And if we don't, then we're protecting ourselves. Taking a look really quick at NVIDIA, starting to show signs, maybe possible holding 15-minute structure on New York Open. So we shall see what can happen here. Now, if I had my order at or below New York Open, I would just have my risk there that I have. But since I have the entry so high, I have to move it to break even to play the game of risk. So we'll see what they do here. Hopefully, they just extend up to market open a lot faster, but we'll be patient. Wait, now, where do we want to take profit at? We're looking at this area and then previous day high being like a key area. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this here. Yeah, 1-minute price looks okay, but it's just not pushing the way you'd want it to above 19,025s. If it can just go and extend up over there on that 1 minute, hold that structure, then there's a good chance, but just being patient here and waiting. Looks like they're gonna slip that first part of the entry, which is fine. Okay, so coming in on this 5-minute close, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Good price right now, good risk management, I believe, so far. So we just continue to watch our 5-minute close strong, and then we can close above market. Then I think we'll start attacking that 15-minute area potentially. And I really like 19.1. If we can take, especially if we can take 2 contracts to there. So that 1-minute price, how it's mitigating like that with that 5-minute last up candle, that's not good to me. Um, that's the candle, like I said, with that 5-minute close that could be manipulative. So any closures below this candle now, especially on a 5, are signs of weakness. But if not, then they look like absorption to me as well. Okay, so if they can absorb and continue to close higher, break structure on 1 minute, then we're good. Okay, so just watching the price here, 5 minutes still looks pretty good. It's not really showing anything crazy. Like I said, as long as we can rally up to here first, that would be great because that doesn't show me the best. But ES not showing any strength, and then taking a look at NVIDIA, um, we are at like 120, showing strength on that 15.5 New York Open. So I can anticipate maybe some buying up of that. 5-minute price looks good. Just want to keep seeing like the bigger picture here, where we're trying to go, which is going to be like above 19,050s. And if we can take this whole trade to like 19,080 with times 2 contracts, that's going to be pretty fire. So YM showing weakness, ES 15 minutes showing weakness. Doesn't look like absorption anymore. And then you have NQ still showing quite a bit of strength here. So that 5 minute is still looking quite strong. Unless it was to start closing below there in London, then that 19K bounce was pretty good. So, what 5 minute price looking pretty good there, not showing any signs of weakness going into this first 15-minute close of New York. So it's a little bit of struggle here at market open, but we'll see if they can push that 19,050 or what they're going to do here. If they have a hard time breaking market open, then it'll be difficult. But 15 and 5, NQ and ES, or yeah, NQ and YM kind of look like an absorption to go higher. So we'll see. And then NVIDIA not showing any signs of strength right now at New York Open. It's kind of showing weakness on that 15.5. So we'll see what we get here. Really no 5 minute strength right now. It's below market, which is to me not as great, with the other two doing very similar. But YM seems more of like it took that low of day and wants to respond higher. But we'll shall see. That 5 minute engulfing is not a good sign. I will say that. It's really not. So if it takes out that first part of the order, then it takes out the first part of the order, which is fine. You come down and tap the New York Open, or like I said, that 5 minute engulfing could be it. That may not be the move, so there's half the move gone. So 98. So we have about 20-point risk on the table. And with this 5 minute about to close, that's pretty, let's see here, pretty bearish right there. So let's see how that 15, you look at far left, if it responds really well, then that's great. And I'll take that over, having the order, the full for two contracts because of the location and positioning. So now the thing is here is I want a for sure full 100 points. That would really be what I'd be waiting on the rest of the day. And then I want to get above this high, 19,040s, 050s, and I could secure the rest of this position off as well. Taking a look at NVIDIA, made a lower low in that first 15-minute close, showing signs of weakness away from New York Open. So we'll see. So only one 5 minute candle coming back is nothing to me. Now if they start to build up very quickly, then that shows me that they're probably going to take that London high and take higher day. So that's good potential. But we'll just be patient here. ES showing quite a bit of weakness. Dollar index still at that 105.30. So pretty strong there. So we really want to just see this first 15-minute close because this may be our sign that price might break down. The price is pushing back below New York Open fairly quickly there, and NVIDIA is falling very quickly. So So if this area doesn't blast, then you know, I would be looking for something else. So I don't know if it'll, let me see here really quick. It was below New York. 77s. 75. The profit is going to be 10, 100. 985, 75, 985, 85, 75. Okay. Just want to see a little bit more strength there. I like that. So if it can continue up, I'd like to see this 5-minute play work out and then the 5-minute close above 19,000 and then we go continue more. Now, if it doesn't do that and it just wipes the lows, then so be it. But the way the 15-minute location looks, playing inside this last down candle looks with a New York Open reaction, then I could see us possibly going for market open here. And then if we do rally up to market open fairly quickly, taking this 5-minute high out, I may pull one of the contracts just to secure some. But if not, I'm willing to accept the risk in this area. YM showing a lot of strength out of that 15.5 area. So hopefully they're absorbing here as well. That'd be nice. And then NVIDIA is actually taking a low. I didn't take a look at that before I added that on. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So if this 5-minute closes, if it's really violent and goes lower, then I'll be patient. So I really like that 15.5 location. Like I said, if we can get this to work in our favor here by like 9 a.m., that'd be really nice. Get another 15-minute close above 19K would be fire. Okay, so still, that 5-minute price was not really a signal that shows you that price is going to go higher here in this area. 15-minute close still has quite a bit of time. So let's see if we can get this 5-minute reaction here. I like it. So let's see this 5-minute if we can get from basically what my eyes are telling me here on a 5 is on a 5-minute candle, if we can get to close above this area, right? We can start closing out of that area bullish like that, then we'll be attacking the technicals, right? We'll be attacking that previous 19,020 high. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to see. And then if you focus on like a 15-minute location as well, that's the candle on the 15. So if they can close above that area and 5-minute can close a bullish candle, there's a good sign that these trades could go to the upside here. but we shall see. It's still pretty early. Be patient here. ES starting to show some strength out that 15.5 absorption area potential. And then NVIDIA, wow, NVIDIA is super bearish right now and falling pretty quickly. So that's not as great a sign for NQ, I will say. But you do have YM pushing up really fast on that 1 hour and 15 out of that New York open area, closing above market. So we could just get that same little push here above 19,040, 050s would be fire. But just kind of hesitating in that area. So YM pushing 38.8, going for 38.9 very quickly. And so that's another con knocked off. So all I have left is what I have on the board. Either this will work out and I can add in my favor, or this is going to be it because I don't want to try multiple times. And like I said, NVIDIA is showing it's very weak. It's actually breaking 15-minute structure lower low, and showing no signs of strength on that platform on that asset. So we'll kind of see if they're just kind of like trying to look for orders in this area, right? But we would know here in this 15-minute close if it's not like rejecting New York Open, with a pretty good aggressiveness above 19,000, then they'll probably just come for the low of the markets before going higher. But we shall see. Kind of in a tricky area, so that looks like a good reaction there. So good close reaction from the 15 there. So like I could definitely see price potentially rallying from here. All right. Now, do I want to add another contract personally? No, not really. Just because I think we can go the full 100 points. Oh wow, I was like, why is this showing 5? But I could see us going the full 100 potential. So if I was to add in, I don't want my order under New York, so like I need to keep it where it's at pretty much. It's a good 5-minute entry, good location, so I like it. So we want to see price get above here at this point now. So all right, with that 15-minute structure holding, but so good location on the trade. I could go in and add another, contract down in this area, like as price pushes and pulls back. I could be putting my risk possibly here, but me personally, I'd like to see price just rally up to our TP area. But price is kind of being difficult, so the longer it takes, it's slow to grow, if it's fast, it will last. Something I want to show really quick is all three of the assets right now. You have YM already showing lots of strength for the high of day. High of day is right here for ES 5360 and showing 15-minute strength from that absorption area, and we got the push we want to see here. So I like all the trades so far. So they're making it difficult there, not focus too much over here, right? Just looking at candle closures away here on the 5-minute. And if we can continue to do this, and then this 1 hour can be a bullish close above 19,000, I think that we could make our way up to here potentially. And if we get this far, I wouldn't see why we wouldn't go for high of day. So I would be willing to settle for the 80 levels today as well, if we can get there. I mean, it's still kind of difficult here. Dollar still holding that strength, so we're just kind of looking at this from positioning. It's still not showing the signs that I personally, like to see, but that 5-minute isn't closing bad. So if this can close, like we're trying to get out of that green box area, we can get out of that area and above 19K, I think we're going to have a good chance, at least 19,050s. But the liquidity is built up quite a bit here at 18,974s, so not looking for very much past high of day today if we can get there. 5360 is like a target for ES. That high of day on there is pretty nice. And then YM just hit 38,900, breaking the high of day and also going 100 points in the session, which is pretty crazy. So Nvidia, after taking the lows, is finding quite a bit of buy pressure. So I think we're in a good location here. But not really seeing the 5-minute price that I like to see. Unless we get this reaction right here at 9. So good 1 hour closes there. Indecision candle really for NQ and ES. So good close higher on YM. So I'd be looking for a pullback below market or a monthly open, but we're just having trouble getting above this 19K level. So so they may reach for that previous day low area first, like I said. But we shall see. Not really affected unless price goes below New York Open. Yep. So all we can do is just wait in a 15-5 situation like this, see if it works out or if it doesn't. Nice, good price action right now. So really good price action there. Um, Good responses away from that New York Open as well. So as long as we can continue between 9 and 905, getting closures above this 19K level and pushes away from this box, like I said, the likelihood of getting to our target areas are really good. And then some areas that we want to focus on are going to be kind of like 50% of this area, so which is basically our target. So we're going to keep our target in that same area. ES is showing that strength. And NVIDIA took the lows liquidity sweep and starting to pull up a little bit. Still looking at the price here and just kind of watching. So I'm still watching 15-minute price. ES looks really good. So just kind of want to update that really quick. Copy image. Link here. Yes. Okay. So we're still getting really good price on, I would say, ES. And then we're lagging here on NQ. So ES is already making higher highs. So we can see price start to push. Then I like that area some more. But they're really not making, we got to get out of this area here. So this is our area of focus, right? This down candle essentially. And if it can't break 19K, then that's going to be difficult, especially if it goes lower before higher. So we're still watching this New York Open price. We're seeing price print above that price still right now currently. But every time they kind of like attack at that area, it makes it more difficult. But you do have YM showing quite a bit of strength up to the 39K level with equal highs, which looks really good. And then you have ES pushing 5350, which looks really good. So manipulation is definitely in. If we can get above market open, then great. If we don't, then price might fall. And then looking at NVIDIA one more time, since they swept those lows at 118, and it is showing some strength on that 15. So if we can just get out of this area. Mhm. That looks good. That looks really good. Okay. So okay, so price looks good here across the board. You have all three looking pretty bullish. So it's just like now for me, I need to see more of like 5 minute pushing out of the area and taking out intraday shorts, stuff like that. Nvidia still looking pretty strong around that 119, 118s. So NQ looks really good. We're looking for market open closures above that. Um, and so that's kind of where we're at with things right now. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here. Now, like I said, if we can just push high of days, I'll be pretty ecstatic. And there was definitely places inside the accumulation absorption that I could have probably added on to the order. Once I watch the recording, I'll be able to know like where I want to start placing those risks. Um, but I kind of have an idea. Um, Obviously around New York Open, so it's looking like a positive day, which is great so far. But let's see if we can close above market open. Um, ES showing quite a bit of strength as well. And then Nvidia up to 119, almost 120, and looks like it could go for the 122s. So I like it. And then taking a look at dollar index, dollar strong, but it's dollar. When you read dollar, you have to understand how dollar moves throughout the day. So we're extended, we're overbought. So if the price was to eventually fail today, then you would see some more upside for sure out of these. Which I was anticipating price to kind of pull back to market open 105. So right now it's not showing any signs that really give you anything other than it staying strong. So just kind of using it as confluence, but we're looking pretty good here. We got a really, really nice close for 905 to 910. Really good close back above this area. So now I'd want to see prices continue to find that strength right here if it can close higher. So looking for this 5 minute price to, like I said, close higher here. Just kind of want to show it by itself. And you can really see that inefficiency, big fall, right, that we're targeting. So if they can't break this candle's open, then they may go lower. Okay. And so we'll have to deal with those consequences if they come. As of right now, though, I do like the price to continue in that favor with the 15-minute closure. So nothing that's really showing me anything crazy here. Okay. So So nothing is showing me that we're gonna go higher here. We're actually kind of starting to capitulate and fall over here. With Nvidia still showing strength. So now what it comes down to me is this absorbing down into the 15-minute areas, right? After already showing signs of strength. And that's what I would hope away from this box area. Not want to say hope, but that's what I would anticipate with price action if it's going to work out in our favor. And then this has become such a hot level that I want to make this more of a key area, key level for right now, where we're trying to kind of watch price close above, if that makes sense. So, price rejected New York pretty well and has shown strength since. So, unless price can come lower than New York again on 5 minute before taking this high, then we should be okay to at least get up to high of day. But take a look at the 4 hours here. So, a new 4 hour close, which was it looked more than likely to. That 4 hour close on YM was really nice. So, we'll see. So don't like how far those previous day lows are, to be honest, from the area. But I'm just hoping they're absorbing people here and getting people to play what they see. So 15-minute close there was pretty strong, showing me signs of, conviction that we could go higher. So um we shall see. Now we need to close above market open for good signs. We did get that 15-minute close higher on ES as well. Slight pullback after taking high of day, 38.9 on YM, but it seems like it can go higher, but we'll see. Nvidia not showing any strength since New York Open, actually printing below. So we'll know here soon if we can push up to 19,040s, 050s. Um, so ES showing quite a bit of strength on that 15, looking pretty good. Holding that higher low they created. YM showing more strength to those equal highs. So 39 looks really good on YM. So I don't like the price here on NQ. I will say that, unfortunately. We haven't really shown enough yet. We're still printing above New York, which is good, but we're just having a hard time at this key level 19K. So unless we're closing 20 handles up, 30 handles up, at market open, then this could topple. ES is showing all the strength and YM is too. So I need to see closes above 19K or it's just those two wicks on the 1 hour and 15 don't look so great. My stop loss being in the internal isn't as great either. I could go ahead and give the other 4 points, 75 cents, the 3 points, but I'll stick with where it's at for today. ES showing quite a bit of strength. So I just think that if we do get that pop from 19 to 1950, it could be fast to just kind of take away all those overnight players, which they've already done that on YM. So Looks really good still, so just being patient on that 15. Good 15-minute price, so we just keep getting that. So Nvidia showing a lot of strength right now. All right, 15-minute prices look really good. So I like it. I like price to continue higher here. We're doing pretty good here. Looks like accumulation absorption type play. So let's see. Nice play here. So we break this 15 5-minute high. I'll go ahead and trail my risk to my entry, and won't risk on the trade at that point. So technically what I'm waiting for is a certain rule that I have. What I want to see happen is price, rally out of the area, because then I would like to protect the position if it can make it that far. So really good ES price here. All three are looking pretty good. Let's see here if we can get over this hump though. So price having trouble closing above market open after breaking out of this accumulation. I'd want to see this 5 minute close technical, right? Higher high like that. And then I'd want to see this 15 minute just go ahead and take high of day. If it's going to reach that far potential. But like I said, I don't want to really personally cover the position unless we break out of the 15 minute range and start attacking high of day. So we'll see what we get here. Want to see that 5 minute close above, I'd say 19,020 right there, at least above that 5 minute candle, which will be here. Seeing it close above there would show me a sign of strength, and then that would kind of give me more inclination that we're going to go a little bit higher. So we'll see. Nvidia is showing quite a bit of strength right now, going back into that New York Open. So 122, if they were to reach the 122, I think we could take those 19,050 highs here on NQ possible. 5 minute close was strong, so that's a good sign. So we only have 5 minutes left on this 15 minute candle, which opened back down in the area of range, right? And so we're looking for it to extend out of the area possibly. So if they can go ahead and push out on this 15 minute of the London highs, I'll protect this position and walk away and look for my take profit to be hit. Now, really quick as well, ES showing quite a bit of good strength holding that higher low today. So, yeah, just want to see if they can go ahead and push on through for us here. So everything's closing really good. 5 minute open, 5 minute close, 5 minute open, 5 minute close, looking really good. So like I said, ES showing strength, Nvidia showing quite a bit of strength still at 119, trying to push that 120. But the question will be is coming into 9:30 is are we going to break the high of London session here? So it looks really good to continue. And so I'm not looking too much farther past 19,080. Like I said, guys, if we can get to even 19,060s would be pretty fire. But I'd like to protect the position if we can close above 19,040s. If and I probably could be protecting it now, but I just have a feeling that either we're gonna reject that market open here and go back lower, or we're gonna break on through 19,040s and get to our area that we're looking for. Really, really nice play here, I think. And NVIDIA is still looking good as well. So looks like we haven't really showed any signs of weakness from this area. So 5 minutes looking pretty good to pump on through. Okay, so price is looking really good here. Really nice. And then looking at all three here. Okay, I like it. We pushed on through the level. That's really good right there. So what I want to do here is move this to right below New York Open, because if price was to go below New York Open, I wouldn't want to be in the trade anymore. Okay. And so now we're just going to wait and see if we can get between here, and I'd say like 19,080s would be nice. So we're risk off. We're pushing higher high here. We're trying to, right? We haven't really actually made it there yet, but we are trying to. So I think the likelihood of us getting up to high of day and blasting this 19,070 is just a lot higher right now. But I'd like to see a 5 minute close above this level here. So between now and like 9:45 coming up, I'd love to see that close. You are seeing ES and NQ kind of push out of that area. So, all right, so I think that that's really good. Let me put this on here really quick. Okay, so we're still looking good. And so we don't want to focus on this anymore because we've already, obviously focused on it. So I really want to just put my focus right here on this 5 minute candle and seeing if we're going to continue to get that strength from that area. Going into, we have a really good 9:30 close, so 9:30 to 9:45. I'd love to see price continue if it's going to do it. So that 5 minute hasn't closed higher. So that's a sign that they could push that price back down, right? They're not closing higher than that area. So, me personally, like I said, I'll leave my risk where it's at because if price was to come back below that area, then they would probably go lower for the day, right? And so I like the 1 hours how they look. I like the 4 hours still being bullish on NQ and ES, and I feel like it's an absorption play on YN on 4 hour, 1 hour. So we'll continue. So the bounce play on YM to me looks like it could bounce, and now we're kind of getting those first pullbacks here. So, having the risk below New York, cool. But I personally wouldn't want to see this price 15 and 5 fail the area and not go higher, right? Because you have ES failing and making a lower high. At the same time, this one did take the highs at least. So my anticipation has just got to be patient here. Okay, so 15 and 5 prices still look really good. And so we'll just continue to wait this thing out. 4 hour plays look really good. Looks like an absorption play off YM potential. But we are looking very strong here. All right, so high of day 19,060s. We're looking pretty good there. So we'll see how price decides to play here. I think it could extend up to at least 19,080s. So So price is pushing up pretty good here. Really would like that high of day. Um, so we're coming into those last 15 minutes of this hour. For this hour close, like I said, I can anticipate at least potential, I'd say 19,070s, 080s. I would really like, 19.1. Entry was 19 or 18,992s, I think. 18,992. So anywhere between 18,090 and 19 or 19,090 and 19,100 would be fire. So I would personally would like somewhere in here. Your previous day high. Let's take a look at the fibs here. Your previous day high to your current, low of the day, which would be here. Getting back above the 50% of the swing of the day would be pretty fire. So we're still looking good on the price here. We'll see, the last 15 minutes of the hour, what we'll get. 19,080, like I said, I would be able to settle for. Um, anything above that in between there and like 95s to 19.1s would be great. So just really still being patient here on that 15, especially, um, and watching those 5-minute candles continue to open and close strong. So just being patient here. So that 15-minute, we did take that London high of the day, but we haven't shown. So if we go below this candle here, I would say ever, then we may want to go ahead and take our profits for the day. Just depends on how I would say these 15 and 5 close. So if this, if he goes back below and starts after taking that liquidity, kind of playing inside this last up candle, not so great. But if it can hold above market open at this time of day, right, then as of right now, there's nothing for me to look at except price closing above market open. So that's where my focus is. No 5-minute weakness right as of right now. Going into this last 15 minutes of 9. So that price is not looking as great to me. So if we'll see that 15-minute close here, but the way that price has basically come up, I will say this time of day, it's at the low of the range of the day, though. That's why I don't care. But if this 15-minute closes back below market open, I don't think it has the best chance anymore. And if it can stay above and then keep making its way up, I think we do. But as of right now, seeing that, I don't like that. Mm-mm. But I do like this 1 hour eventually closing above 19,050. So we'll see how the 15-minute closes here. So that 15-minute close did hold 38,800 on YM. So with these two being indecision candles on NQ and ES, I think they could possibly rally up to high of day. Just kind of taking a long time. When they form opinions and it takes a long time, sometimes they can push up fast and sometimes they can pull back fast. So, we're anticipating that this is possible in accumulation to push up to at least 19,080s. And if we can push up to above the 50% of the swing of the day, then I definitely will trail. My trailing risk will go into profit if we can do those things. And then looking for a strong 1 hour close here on NQ and ES. Taking a look at NVIDIA, we are closing really strong. So I like how that price looks on NVIDIA. So still looking pretty good here. I think if we make higher high, higher low, higher high, and don't break lower and push up faster here, then we do have a better chance for the day. And I think if we can push up above that 19,050s, like I said, anywhere above this 50% of the swing, I would like to probably start covering the position a little bit. ES looking pretty strong, going for its high of day, 5360 areas. So, and it looks like a bounce play on YM to me personally. So really good price here, and we're pushing up to that high of day. So give me 1 second here. Okay, so it looks really good here. We're pushing up. So I just want to give that uh so we did just take that high of day. So I really don't want this trade to come back to an L, right, for today. So that high of day was our area. Now, here's my thing. What I'm looking for is going to be this area here, this 5 minute candle, to show me never any signs of weakness with this 15 minute candle now. So if I can continue to rally up, I'll look for this area. And then if I can go ahead and get all the way to TP, then that's awesome. Okay, so that's the end of the stream. Now we didn't get all the way up to the 92s, but I did kind of see a little bit of resistance in this area. No 5 minute, but I did like where we were at for the day. So we'll continue to watch and see if we go ahead and get up to 19.1. But that expected value of the day looks really good. YM's kind of pushed down lower. ES still seems like she can go break the high of days. And then taking a look at NVIDIA, we did break 15-minute structure. So price looks really good. With that being said, I'll talk to you guys on the next one.